Hey guys, JHub here bringing you a MOAB gameplay on the map Mission, and this MOAB I have to say is probably one of the more difficult MOABs to get in Modern Warfare 3, being the reason I am using the AA12. Now the setup I'm using is an AA12 with extended mag and damage. My secondary is an MP9 silence, my equipment is a Semtex and portable radar, 3 starting perks is Scavenger, Hardline, and Steady Aim, all pro, then I move into the Specialist with Sleight of Hand, Assassin, and Recon Pro. Now, first thing I need to say is this gun is not as bad as I thought it was. It used to be I would refuse to touch this gun. Back in Modern Warfare 2, this gun was one of the best things you could be using. Come over to Modern Warfare 3 and it seemed like it was very bad. It didn't have enough ammo. The damage wasn't high enough. But the thing is, with extended mag and damage, it kind of gives you that feeling from Modern Warfare 2. Especially when you get into the Specialist package with this thing, it makes it all that much better. Especially when you have range and damage. You're going to see some points in this game that it seems like I should not have been able to reach people with this shotgun, and ordinarily you wouldn't be able to, but with this combo and Specialist, it just made for a really deadly weapon. And I've actually started using this weapon a whole lot more. My intentions were to get this thing gold. That was the only thing I was aiming for. I was going to grind through it. But then when I started using it, especially with the setup I'm using, I found that it was very deadly. So I'm going to keep it on as probably one of my primary shotguns I'm going to start using. I think this might even be up there with the Striker sometimes. When you're in Specialist, without Specialist, Striker will be the best shotgun in the game. But if you use the perk setup that I use, you can take full advantage of the abilities of this gun. That's why my first red perk I started off with was Hardline. Being that I had Scavenger Pro as my first perk, I wanted to get to Sleight of Hand immediately. So I put on Hardline, that way the first kill I got, I could have Sleight of Hand. Because with this weapon, you run through ammo very fast. I would think that this is one of those guns that shoots all of its ammo faster than anything else. At least it feels that way. So Sleight of Hand is a must on this thing. And then the third starting perk I decided to go with was Steady Aim, because with this shotgun you do not want to aim down sights. You're not going to get anywhere doing that. But with Steady Aim, it allows you to hip fire with great accuracy. It reduces the spread on your shotgun. That way you can kill the enemy a whole lot faster. And I'm glad that guy was AFK, because if he would have saw me light up on the radar shooting my shotgun, I would have not gotten this MOAB. Also, as the video progresses, you can see that I'm trying to concentrate more, take advantage of the enemy, and watch the spawns as it happens, because I am playing Team Defender. The enemy isn't as concentrated on coming after me, because there is that objective of getting to the flag so you can get double points and win the game a whole lot faster. And being it that I had gotten the MOAB, we were actually losing at that point, but my team finally managed to take control of the flag, and when they pulled back is when my MOAB was able to actually go off and kill the whole enemy team, which put us ahead in the end by a good amount, where we only had to get 1 or 2 kills to win the game while the enemy team was still down at about the same amount that we were until the MOAB killed all 6 people on the enemy team. So what I can do to suggest you, that way you can get all the attachments and proficiencies unlocked for this weapon, is to put on Scavenger, Blast Shield, and Steady Aim and go into Drop Zone. Playing Drop Zone with this shotgun makes it a whole lot easier to level up, because they are concentrated around the drop zone. If you can flash them or take advantage of the actual drop zone location while they are all around it, you can take out a couple of them, and with Scavenger you'll be able to continue on your streak to help get those proficiencies and attachments, because this shotgun is not at its best with anything but extended mag and damage. That is my opinion. Some people might say it is good with extended mag and range, or just with a grip and range, but I actually think it's at its best with extended mag and damage. You might also, when running this weapon, want to change up your secondaries. I know I'm using a single secondary with a silencer on it, but what you might want to do is put on secondaries that are possibly akimbo, like akimbo magnums or scorpions. They are very accurate. One is automatic while the other one is single fire, but when it comes down to it, having akimbo and Steady Aim while you're running a shotgun type class that you're used to hip firing, if you have to switch to your secondaries, you're already used to hip firing, so all you have to do is spam those triggers, and it will be very helpful in close quarter situations that you'll be running into with the shotgun. Something else that was cool about this gameplay was I had just gotten out of the little open lobby that I had held about 5 minutes before I actually went in and started playing this game, and I was able to get a MOAB with this weapon when I had been using this weapon in the open lobby, which, if you want to get into open lobbies that I'm going to be holding in the future, because I hold them every so often, I will have information down in the description. You can follow me on Twitter, makes things a whole lot easier, or at the end of the video I will have a link to my Twitter on the outro. So we're coming up on the end of the video here, and this is the part where I was telling y'all about we were actually tied, if not down by a little bit, and I got a couple kills with my AA12 before my MOAB managed to go off, which put us ahead by quite a fair amount. And then right here, I'm going to run up and kill one more person before my teammate manages to get the final kill with a spaz, which it's kind of funny how once I started using a shotgun, my teammates also started using a shotgun. And maybe they just saw that I was actually being effective with one. And right here, you're going to see the guy kick up a little bit because he had juice trying to run away from my teammate. But my final score, I think, was about 35-3. I did die a couple times right off the bat. That's just because I didn't pay enough attention. So, 2 videos you probably missed. On the left is the latest episode of MOAB on every map, where I drop a MOAB on Arcadin with the Scar. Now, the video on the right is the latest Minecraft Monday episode number 2 to be exact. I'm having fun with this series, and I'm going to continue posting it. Link to my Twitter is right there if you need to know what it is. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Other than that, peace out.